Hi, thanks for joining me. I am Bev from Inkwell and today we're in the kitchen. I have had a freezer full of fruit since earlier on in the summer. I had a glut of it in the garden and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just froze it. It is also blackberry season at the moment and there are tons of them out there to pick for free. So I have been racking my brain thinking of something that I could do with all these berries that are of abundance at the moment. And the thing that I've thought about is fruit leather. Now, you may or may not know what fruit leather is. This is something that is sold in lovely little packets that cost a bomb in the supermarkets. And my daughter absolutely loves them. And I buy them because they're better than eating sweets. And I'd rather give her those than a pack of sweets. So I wanted to make an alternative at home so that we could try and cut costs and make use of all these delicious berries that I've got. And for you guys to also make use of a bit of time to go for a walk, enjoy the sunshine, and pick some delicious berries. All right then, so without further ado, I have a bowl here of my berries. So this is a mixture, there's raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries in here. I'm also going to need some lemon juice. This is 2 tablespoons worth of lemon juice. And you will also need a little bit of sugar. Now, I know that I said that I give this to my daughter because it's healthier than giving her sweets. Well, it is. That's not a lot of sugar compared to what you would get in the sweet packets. I have seen alternatives to this recipe where you can put honey in instead if that's something that you use in your cooking. What you'll need to do first is to blend your berries. I have this little smoothie blender here. Unfortunately, my larger blender has broken. But one of these is fine. It just means that I'll have to do a little bit at a time. If you don't have a blender, maybe you could use a potato masher, something like that. And then afterwards you strain it through a sieve anyway, so any sort of large chunks you'll get through the sieve at the end. So here's my mixture, now it's all blended. The sugar is also mixed into here along with the lemon juice. And then what you'll need is a sieve and an extra bowl then to sieve this into. Now you don't have to sieve it, but because I've got raspberries in here, there's quite a lot of seed, so I am just going to sieve it just to make it a bit smoother. So if you haven't already, now is a good time to put your oven on. The oven needs to be on, if you've got a fan oven, 160. If you haven't, it needs to be on 170. So preheat the oven. You'll also need a couple of baking trays lined with some greaseproof paper. Alternatively, you can use the silicone trays, in which case you won't need to line them. Post sieving, you should have a mixture like this, which looks delicious enough to just drink right now, actually, to be frank. Anyway, we are here to make some leather, and so I am going to pour a bit of this onto these trays here. Now, when you're thinking about thickness, you probably need 2 or 3 millimetres. The thicker that you have it, the longer that it's going to take to cook, in essence. So, I'm going to pour a little bit on each of these here and spread it out and then see what it looks like. And then that'll be ready then to put in your oven, which you should have preheated at 160 for a fan oven and 170 if you don't have a fan oven. So in the oven they both go, and I'm going to set a timer for 4 hours time. when your timer goes off at 4 hours, what you're looking for essentially is a leather that isn't too sticky anymore. It will have a sheen on it, but it won't be shiny like it is when you pour it out of the bowl. You'll need to touch it. If it's too sticky and it's sticking to your finger, then it needs to cook for a bit longer. Alright, so a fair few hours later, and we have our fruit leather. Now, mine was starting to crispen up too much on the edge, so I've taken it out. It probably is still a bit too soft in the middle here, and I am going to put it back in, but I'll make sure I put it on a lower heat and cover it. But essentially, when you get yours out of the oven, what you should be able to do is to peel it away nicely from your baking parchment, like so. And then you'll need to cut it then into strips. And you can roll it up however you want to store it or have it. Whichever way is easier for you. Okay guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to go away and enjoy my fruit leather now. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again soon. Alright, bye.